Hi, this is Stacia, and I wanted to share another tactics puzzle with you. This is from the book Chess Tactics from Scratch, which is the book I'm currently studying. And in this position, it's white to move and win. So if you'd like to pause your video, please do so now, and then I'll share the solution. Okay, and yeah, so the move here is actually Queen G8 check. And if black tries to take with the rook, then we have a smothered mate right here, so that doesn't work. Now, a move you may have considered is like Queen H5, for example, just threatening this fork on the king and queen. This looks really dangerous, but here's where it helps to look at your position carefully, because there is this sort of discovery down the file. I guess you could call this a discovered pin, because black does have the move knight takes d2 in response to this. And now we would really like to play knight f7 check here, but the knight is now pinned. And not only that, black's threatening discoveries and a discovered double check, basically, and it's going to get really ugly. So this is obviously not the right answer. So queen g8 does work, but let's look at why. So we know we cannot take with the rook because that does result in the smothered mate. But what about taking with the king? So king takes g8. And now we have two very appealing options. Both of these knight moves are double checks, but only one of them works. So hopefully you found the right one. The correct move is knight e7 check. But let's look at the other one. This should be part of your calculation. So knight f6 check, and the king has two options. Again, that same threat is there. You don't want to fall into the smothered mate as black, so king f8 is actually forced. I don't know why it makes me do that. Okay, and so now white is actually losing because there's no way to actually execute this mate. What we really want to do here is play the move knight to g6 check, because that would cover the dark squares, and we have an excellent bishop covering the light squares. But in this position, that's just really not possible. After we do a check on h7, the king's going to escape, and black has too many threats, and we sacrificed a queen. I think, you know, we'll get the queen back in this variation, but we'll still be down material. So let's go back and look. So we know that knight f6 check doesn't work, but knight e7 check, on the other hand, will allow us to get this to this critical g6 square. So again, black cannot go here because that same smothered mate threat is there. So that would be checkmate. So black will come to f8. And now this is sort of a smothered mate, but it's also a reloader tactic, because now we can move our knight to this g6 square, and even though this knight is defended, it's not defended enough. So we reload with the knight, with the other knight, and now this is actually checkmate. So another beautiful knight and bishop mate, and a pretty interesting puzzle. So I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.